Today we're talking about the fourth largest city in the state, Lowell. I'm joined by top agent in Lowell, Chris Doherty from Doherty Properties. Thanks for stopping by.
How you doing? Hey, thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here. I've been watching your show and I love what you guys are doing. Just teaching people about the different markets throughout Mass. It's helped a lot of our investors because when I want to look or learn about a market, I'm looking at your show, listening to agents on those markets and hearing, so I appreciate the work that you guys are doing to educate people about real estate markets throughout Mass.
Well, I appreciate that, and we have fun doing it. And glad you're here. Let's talk about Lowell. Really cool city, right? I think a lot of people don't know too much about it. Kind of goes under the radar, but an awesome opportunity for investment. I'm just going to redo just where after him.
Yeah.
Just start back in.
Yeah, I'll put something.
Sorry, I lost my thought. What?
I got it. Don't worry about it.
Got it. Let's talk about Lowell. Really cool city. Kind of goes under the radar for a lot of people, but there's a lot going on up there. Great investment opportunity, it sounds like.
Absolutely. I mean, you got a couple of factors that are really running the Lowell market. First, you have the University of Massachusetts, which is undergoing just tremendous expansion. Marty Meehan, who was the congressman, had become the chancellor. But when he ran UMass Lowell, there was over $250 million in infrastructure improvements. Division I athletics came to the school, which wasn't previously there, and now we have enrollment has doubled. So what's that has done is presented huge opportunities for investors and businesses to come and service the students, or investors who are buying multifamilies and servicing that population. So it's a great time to be there. You combine that with the fact that we have a downtown that is thriving. Over $1 billion in infrastructure in the past decade.
Billion. With a
$1
B.
billion bucks, not bad, right?
Yeah.
That's big money.
That is big money.
But what's different about Lowell is the unique product, right? Lowell, its history was an industrial city, part of the Industrial Revolution. So a lot of those brick mills were built in the 1800s. And so they're just beautiful and unique product, and they're all over the downtown. They're just these gorgeous lofts. But we're seeing investors coming in, buying even those individuals, not just multifamilies, but buying those lofts and those condos near the university for investments for students, for professors, or just for the professional population that's going to the city.
Young professionals, I mean, it's a really cool setting. A lot of the time, it's built on the river for the most part, right?
Absolutely. The Merrimack River runs through it, and canals are going throughout all the streets in Lowell. And so the people that really want to be there is, one, walkability. So they may not want to pay Boston prices because they look at Boston or they look at Cambridge and Somerville and they feel outpriced. So they look north and they say, what's the next big city? They get to Lowell. Lowell's affordable, it's walkable. You've got the commuter rail station that'll take you right into Boston in 41 minutes. And so we're getting young professionals in the greater Lowell, Burlington North, really coming to the city to be part of that nightlife and that experience.
And what's interesting, being in the real estate world and doing it for almost 20 years, is that everybody's looking for that next spot, right? The hot spot where they can invest in real estate. A lot of people down here on the South Shore don't know where to turn right now, or even in the city. Prices have gotten so out of control. For the person that's just trying to get their feet wet and jump into the market, it's not easy at a lot of these towns and cities' prices. Something like Lowell, it's affordable, and when you tie yourself into, like you're saying, the university and a built-out downtown that there's $1 billion going into it, that's a great value for a lot of people.
It's a good opportunity. So we're seeing different asset classes, but in multifamily investing, we're seeing some people getting 8, 10, 12% cap rates is still relatively normal.
Wow.
Which you're not seeing in the city or in Metro Boston. We're seeing rents. Median rent pricing in downtown Lowell is $2,000. Median rent pricing in Metro Boston is $2,400.
Sure.
So think about that.
Yes.
You could get the cap rates and buy things at a third of the price that you can in Metro Boston and Lowell and get rents that are close to the average in that area. And so if people are looking where to go, Lowell is a good place. What's fueling that is the university growth. I mean, when you see a university in the heart of a city, and there's a community college too, both experiencing huge growth. The UMass Systems ratings, it's now a top 100 school. So the more kids that come there provides more opportunities to investors. And so we have the early investors that are in, and we're getting new people from really all over the globe who are coming to Lowell to invest.
I'm a big hockey fan. The Riverhawks have a pretty good
Hey, they're
program.
doing good. They get a
Moved
great
out of
program.
Tully Form. They got a beautiful arena now too.
You
Pretty
remember
good
the old
place to
Tully in
play.
Billerica?
Oh yeah, I grew up there.
Yeah, now they're in the Saugus Arena, which seats 8,000 people, and Division I. Back when they were the Tully days, the hockey program was Division I, but nothing else in the school was. Now all the athletic program is Division I.
Sure. No, that's awesome. Great place to go to school. Great place to live. Great place to invest.
Absolutely.
Ultimately, Chris, I know you don't have the crystal ball, but you've been in real estate for a long time. Have a team of 40 plus at Doherty Properties. Where do you see the direction of the market through this year?
I mean, right now, every sign is this market's going to be very strong. People are a little nervous. We talked a little bit about the Dow's down 600 points today. It's been fluctuating up and down. But when it comes to real estate, we're seeing heavy internet traffic of people still looking. We're seeing inventory relatively low, and people are, we're getting multiple bids on every property, and there are buyers out there looking and hungry to find a place. We still have interest rates hovering in low 4%. Down payment and liquidity is coming into the markets. I mean, you can get a 3% down loan. You can get, in some cases, a 0% down loan, I mean, depending on certain programs. Yeah. I don't see any reason why this year the market doesn't continue to maintain its course and even strengthen. Last year in Lowell, we had a 7% appreciation growth in values. The prediction, I would say, is probably 3 to 4 this year. And that's pretty good if you start looking at, year-on-year returns.
Especially for that person that's sitting on the sidelines looking at the Dow and the stock market,
Absolutely.
or investing in real estate,
100%.
and finding out that Lowell is a pretty hot spot to go to.
100%. If you're looking at the market and you're worried about the ups and downs, and I think it's a bull market, so it's going to have pullbacks. But you know what? Real estate, you can see it, you can watch it. Your rent's going to come in every month, and you have something you can feel and hold in your real estate.
Learn something new every day. Lowell's a hot spot.
Lowell's the hot
Great
spot.
place to be. Thanks for stopping by, Chris.
Thank you for having me.
And if you want to connect with a true professional up in that market, check out DohertyProperties.com. Chris and his team are more than happy to help. And remember, we have more market updates just like this one right here on Boston.com.